Hey cats, it's your midsole man EDDBUD here, back with a dose of the running news for you. Taking a look at Nike's recently launched Vomero Plus. I'll also be having a look at a best of running shoes list from Runner's World, and checking out 3 brand new Blast range Asics shoes. Loads to get through, so let's get to it. Thanks for joining me on the channel, it's always appreciated. Do hit that subscribe button if you're yet to do so. Also give this video a thumbs up like and drop us a comment for the algorithm. Dankeschön. First up today, taking a look at the recent launch of Nike's Vomero Plus. This is like the mid-range version of the Vomero now. You've got the standard Vomero 18, you've got the Vomero Premium that will launch soon, but the Plus sits somewhere in the middle. This one's hit the shelves, both brick and mortar and digitally. I've gone for the Volt and Red version. So many people have asked me to pick this shoe up to review it, so it wasn't one that I was mega excited about, but there you go. I'm trying to keep the viewers happy, I suppose. There's an all black option as well, the often seen white and red midsole version. There's a black upper on a white midsole, and then the orange and mango. I've gone Volt and Red because it's just exciting, right? Full ZoomX midsole this time round. I mean, you could call this the Nike Vomero Invincible, couldn't you? I mean, that's what this shoe is, right? It's supposed to take over from the Invincible because they're basically the same shoe. I mean, there's a bit more midsole stack here than we had in the Invincible. I think they're sticking with the 45mm in heel. They're still selling the Invincible Run 3 actually over on the Nike site. It's £175 or Earth credits, or you can buy a custom design version for 200. So if you want a lower stack ZoomX shoe that isn't the Vomero Plus, then yeah, get this one. At least this time the ZoomX on the midsole is actually indicating where the ZoomX is, and it's coming in 20 quid cheaper than the ridiculous Vomero by You option, which is £175. I mean, why is anyone going to buy that? I mean, you'd have to have lost your mind, right? Who's going to give up Earth credits to get a lesser shoe for more money? That's just nonsensical. I guess at least this time the shoe's a little bit cheaper, features a bit more stack, but those custom options are just madness for a daily driver type shoe. I've grabbed a pair from sportshoes.com. I've used a discount code to get it down to 135 quid, which is a lot easier to stomach, I suppose. Hopefully I can recoup what I've paid out for it. I think people are still interested in Nike daily shoes, even if it's to just have a bit of a pop at them. Now, you know I love those collated lists that different websites or magazines put out, you know, the best of running shoes 2025. Quite often you find that they're just ads, really, with affiliate links to sell the shoes, and there's a new one from Runner's World which has been updated for 2025, and it is very much that. Let's have a quick look and see what I make of it. So best daily, the Pegasus Plus. So I mean, it's a bit expensive I suppose for a daily shoe, 165 at retail. It's light and nimble enough. I thought it was durable enough if you're a bit careful. Slightly wider fit than some of the other Nikes, so I can kind of see that working out to a degree, but there's cheaper daily shoes out there that are kind of offering a bit more, really, like the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. I mean, there's no Puma shoes in this list at all, aside of the Forever Run 2. They've completely bypassed Puma. Megablast 5 at 135 quid. I think that's a good daily shoe. That's worthy of inclusion here. Good weight, good cushion, and decent durability there and outsole grip. Cloud Surfer 2 from On. I just find all the Cloudtech shoes a little bit like much of a muchness. Alright as daily drivers, I suppose, but I think that's about where it ends for me. Ride 18 from Saucony. I think that's a good bet as a daily shoe. Though, looking through this list, it's becoming apparent they're just picking a shoe from each brand for every single category. So it's not like the best, it's the best perhaps from that brand. They've got the Glycerin Max here. I think that's included as a mistake. I mean, who's editing this stuff? The Rincon 4, that's a very lightweight shoe with a lower stack. I can see that working for some lighter runners perhaps. Now on to Max Stack. They've got the Vomero 18. I'm clearly not taking into account the, you know, new version of that that's just launched. Maybe they haven't run in it yet, or they haven't, you know, used the AI to come up with the descriptions. They got the Pegasus Premium in there as well. Why they got both of those? The Pegasus Premium, I won't really call it max cushion. It's a more sort of like easy pace lifestyle shoe if you do a bit of running or something. I don't think it's really a max cushion offering. I wonder if anyone's really thought about the position of these shoes at all. I mean, it's all a bit strange. It's all a bit middle of the road, you know. Puma Mag Max, that makes an appearance, but no Superblast 2 here. I think Mag Max is a good option. Lots of cushion there. Pretty decent price. You can get them on sale quite often. They've got Super trainers now. And the Superblast 2's there. And the Zoom Fly 6 as well. Not really sure I call that a super trainer. It's more like a tempo shoe, really. I think both of these are superb options for inclusion in your rotation. So I can see why they've put them in. And doesn't really have that sort of super maxed out stack either. The Fuel Cell Super Comp 3 is in here. That's just a meh shoe for me. Very expensive for what you get. There's a big premium price increase on all the New Balance shoes. They've got to end that if they want to sell some pairs in the UK. Whole thing seems to be just a way of pushing people into buying shoes from particular affiliate links or something. Not an awful lot of insight here, though I do agree with quite a few of the shoes they've selected. Some of the others just, I'm not entirely sure they're the best. Okay, moving on, we got 3 new Asics shoes that are going to be appearing reasonably soon. They're all from the Blast range. So the Sonicblast first. This appears to be a plated tempo trainer. Perhaps something to rival the Zoom Fly 6 from Nike. Something with a bit more pep. Super soft stack perhaps. Do you want to take those longer runs with some speedier interval sections? There's apparently Flight Foam Blast Max, the softer stuff used in the Nova Blast 5 and the GT 2000 V14. That stuff's great foam, a little softer than Flight Foam Blast Plus. Bit more bounce and return to it. And then there's also a layer of a new foam, Flight Foam Turbo 2, which appears to be a bit closer to the foot. So whether that's going to be a bit more responsive, sticking with that kind of magic speed sort of vibe. Nonetheless, an interesting shoe. There seems to be a plate mounted in here as well. I would hazard a guess to say it's like a plastic or sort of nylon plate, perhaps a sort of extension of the Superblast line, maybe. Similar stack of around 46mm in the heel and a drop of 8mm. Though my thoughts would be really as to where the Superblast now fits into the whole lineup. Is there like going to be one of those? Because there's another shoe here that appears to be perhaps around the same height, which is the Megablast. I mean, Megablast means two things to me. It reminds me of that fantastic Bomb the Bass track from 1988 called Megablast featuring MC Merlin. I mean, that track has some of the most slamming beats ever committed to tape. Great guitar samples and super catchy riffs too. And of course then Xenon 2 Megablast, which featured the aforementioned track. It was like a scrolling shoot 'em up type game on the Amiga, I think. Though Asics aim to change all of that, right? With the release of the Megablast, this will have the same midsole stack as the Sonicblast, but without the plate, a slightly less prominent ankle height, and coming a bit lighter too. I found possible prices of the Megablast at retail. They're going to be around 210 Earth credits here in the UK. Though in finding those prices, I stumbled across some images of what appears to be the Superblast 3. These look like mock-ups if anything, but people suggest that the heel's going to be even taller from the Superblast 2, and it's going to have Flight Foam Leap as the main midsole tech, with a slab of Flight Foam Blast Plus closer to the floor. So I mean, that's either going to excite you or completely turn you off. Perhaps if you're a big fan of the Superblast 1 and 2, you'll just want them to, you know, keep it the same. People get insane durability from that model. But then again, there's lots of runners out there that just couldn't get on with the slightly denser, firmer feel of the Superblast, and they just sent them straight back. I personally think it's one of the greatest shoes ever. It's just an amazing value shoe. It might be expensive, but it just keeps on giving more and more miles. It just never gets dull. It just seems to get better, in fact. But this time it's going to be very different with Flight Foam Leap on the top section of that midsole. Might be a little bit too soft and bouncy for some people. We'll just have to wait and find out. So 3 new incoming Asics models there. Which are you most excited for? Or is it a blast overload? Personally, I don't think there's a single run type out there that cannot be undertaken without a good Superblast by your side. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's running news down in the comments. Very quick musical interlude for you. I think I had the runner's high earlier or something, so I'd finished my session. I thought I want to put one of those tunes on that sort of transports you into the sky, you know. So I put on the Beatles' Free as a Bird. Really love the Jeff Lynne production on this one. Always been a fan really of that since when he produced the Travelling Wilburys albums, and you know, some of the ELO like remakes that he did. The drums are just like in your face, really banging, and I love what they did with Lennon's vocal as well. They built a whole track around it and it's got a fantastic sentiment to it. I really like it. I think quite a lot of us feel free as a bird out there when we're going for a run. Doesn't matter what sort of run it is, you just get out there and it just frees up your mind, gives you some peace and solitude, I suppose. Getting into sort of running monk type territory here, but yeah, it's a great tune. Go and check it out, guys. Really cool production. The Beatles with Free as a Bird. Alright, cats and kittens, time for me to rock on out of here. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up like. Drop us a comment for the algorithm too. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you.